Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It helps us more than you could imagine.
So you were part of something called the Wave House.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this. Got to talk about this one.
The Wave
Drop the
House.
tea on me, please.
Yeah,
I want to know it all.
To people that don't really know, could you just explain to them what exactly the Wave House was?
Basically, in the
off, by the way. It's making me sweat
I didn't notice you still had that on. I was like, so I guess in like the prime of when TikTok houses were a thing, like the content houses, like big in America and stuff. We had like a plan, like me and my friends that kind of like got together, or like our friends asked us as well, being like, should we go into a TikTok house and start one? So we were like, yeah, I'm down. And then they pitched it to their management, and their management were like, yeah, let's do it. And then they got us they had big budget. They got us the most insane house, like old school, like rich vibes of like what the Wave House looked like. Like it was very like British, like kind of vibes.
Countryside mansion vibes.
Yeah, literally, exactly. And then we had this idea because like before we went in, because we were like making all the plan stuff where we were going to do like mask reveals, and then we to like reveal who was going to be in the house, and like the way we like just did it kind of was perfect to begin with, and they just
so whose idea was all because. The way you revealed everyone was they were all wearing a mask, and then they would do something and then reveal their mask, and that you'd be like, okay, this person's part of the house. Whose idea was that?
We came up with that ourselves,
right, okay.
Completely. Like, and the management were just supposed to like, they like kind of let us do our thing and like support us like financially in terms of like the house and like us having, because we kind of we didn't mean for it to kind of go down the way that it did, but with like doing the mask reveals and stuff, we kind of knew that was going to bang, and like that whole concept, because people were doing TikTok dances in like balaclavas, and like whenever they were disguised, it'd always blow up. So it's like, take that, put it into a TikTok house, like where it's like slowly revealing everyone, and like make it like time like so extra, and like how the way we did it, and
because it was very over the top, and I think that was one of the first things that everyone else outside noticed. They were like, one, this is kind of weird, it's like cult vibes, but so you piqued everyone's interest with it, which was amazing. But then the second thing that was of obvious note, I guess, was just the budget and the amount that was going into it, because you guys had like, you know, snakes for one, you had like a horse and cart for another. I can't remember all of them, but what I'm saying, you know, there was quite a bit of budget there. Whose fucking money was it?
It was the management. Should I name drop?
Whose management?
I don't think it's. Oh wait, no, because I'm mine.
Maybe don't say the name, but it was a management company.
It was a management company, and they like paid for the house for us, and then they were obviously, but the biggest rule of it was that we had to sign under their management then to be like part of the Wave House. So they managed us, but it kind of made sense at the time, because also it's like if we're all working together, they can like get us the deals, and like it kind of all like
brand deal type things.
It kind of made sense. Even though like the main reason we did it, to be fair, was just I'd always wanted to live in a content creator house, and I just have that experience. It was so fun, and it was going so well. I remember the first mask reveal, we posted the video. It's our second video, because the first one we hired a helicopter, and we were.
I remember the helicopter one.
That was it.
That was the original one. Yeah. And then we posted the first mask reveal, which was Eloise, and she was in a mask in a bathtub, and then she like slowly took it off to like her trending audio at the time, and it got like 50 million views, like 60 million maybe. It was crazy how much it blew up. And then we'd already filmed the mask reveals, and then for the every day of the week, like from then we had them like ready to go up kind of thing. And we had this thing where we'd all like be outside and like press post at the same time and stuff. We were so gassed, and like we were so like, as a friendship, because we're really close friends, by the way. We didn't get like forced together in the house. Like,
I was gonna say, everyone that was involved in it, they were. You guys were already mates. You guys were and like good friends, or friends. Just like, this person's popping, let's bring them in.
Oh no, not at all. That was the main thing. Was basically the it was me, Kami, and Spencer, who I've like lived with them for years and years. Met them through YouTube when I was like 16, 17. Lived with them like still to this day, like they're my roommates. His Kami's girlfriend Kate, also, who's like one of my best friends. She's a YouTuber as well. Like they've been together for like 2 years. And then Jimbo and Eloise. and Jimbo and Eloise were Kami's home friends originally, and we were friends
cool.
with them. And then they started doing TikTok and like blew up on TikTok from doing like couple prank videos and like, you know, like the kind of like
classics.
viral, the
Yeah,
classics,
yeah.
the classics. But we were that was who was in the Wave House. We were so close. That's how we came up with the ideas ourselves and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
really made it happen. But the problem was when the management saw the numbers and everything that was happening, and they got too involved and they wanted to like kind of control. They became very like, without meaning to be, like very controlling. Like we had a strict schedule at the house.
Wait, really? What kind of? Give us a rundown of the schedule.
What would the
Day-to-day
day look
schedule.
like
Yeah.
under this strict schedule?
Wake up at 9 a.m. Which was, so it's like we'd
That
wake
chips
up
out.
at 9. We live with a house manager though.
Still be up at 9 a.m.
Yeah, no, 9 a.m. Hell no. I get up at 12, like minimum.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like I was like I couldn't do 9 a.m. Like we had a house manager that lived with us. We didn't know she was going to be living with us until like it was like a few weeks before we officially moved in, and they were like, oh, by the way, you're going to be living with your house manager because she's going to be able to like control everything and like keep things like in check.
Fuck that.
So, oh my god. I was
So
like,
9 a.m. you wake up.
Yep.
You had because you had a chef in there as well. So they did sort that, I guess. They got you a chef.
we
That's
paid
pretty
for the
handy.
chef ourselves.
Ah?
Yeah.
So it didn't
that's
come
some
out. It didn't come out of the
bullshit.
budget.
They should have
They
at
said-
least paid for the chef if you were
Yeah.
doing them kind of numbers.
And to be fair, like a chef sounds so bougie, but like I can't remember how much it was exactly, but like it wasn't too bad in terms of like if
really?
you compared to like how much like we'd eat out like per month anyway
Yeah,
and stuff. Or, like even
yeah.
buying groceries and stuff, it wasn't actually like that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'd get up at 9 a.m. go downstairs, go straight to a meeting. We'd have a meeting for like an hour, like planning the day, and like we'd schedule everything. Then it'd be like, hey, today we're gonna film 3 TikToks, gonna film this YouTube video, we're gonna do this, like, and normally they'd kind of plan it to end at 4, and then it'd like stay until like 7 p.m. that night. We'd still be like filming or doing whatever. Not that it was the hardest job in the world or anything like that, but it was just quite like an intense, like bearing in mind it was our home as well. Like we were living there, and it was also
Working
our work
and-
and
yeah.
home. So it was like, whatever.
Yeah,
It
don't
was
worry.
like-
I think
There's
that was
just-
upstairs actually.
Slowly
Yeah, there's a bar above us.
Yeah.
So that's sometimes.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit
Anyways, so it's just like a full day of stuff, and it was really regimented by the sounds of it. Like
Sounds
quite-
very
yeah.
hectic. Like that would really stress me out.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be, but I think once we started doing the numbers that we were doing,
Yeah.
the management then got very like involved. Like the management would be there at the house every
Yeah.
day as well. It was like
Oh,
work
wow.
and home under one roof.
Would they
but it
think
was,
they
like,
know what's best kind of vibe? They want to capitalize on them views and
Yeah,
that
but
kind of thing?
yeah, exactly. And but what they kind of forgot was like the ideas and everything originated from us, and then we had an idea. Basically, this is what the main thing was why because we quit after 3 months. Like and then they did the whole like we did like the mass reveals, but in terms of like leaving the house because we were like I was done after 3 months. I was like, I can't keep doing this. Because basically the management got so involved that we had an idea of what we wanted to do, which was it was kind of an out there crazy idea, but it would have kind of worked. Basically, we were gonna buy designer items, and destroy them in like creative ways. Like sounds crazy, right? But like we were gonna, and we filmed one of the videos. We had a Prada bag, and we had like a massive fire going in the middle. We built this like fire in the garden, and it looked like crazy. We were all in black with the masks on, and the video was us like passing the bag around to everyone, and then it just being thrown in the fire, and then it's like a zoom in clip of it burning and stuff.
So I mean, let me get this straight, right? So the whole idea of that is purely for it to go viral, right? Because you know that chucking a designer bag in there will get
gonna
people
get hate,
losing
right?
their fucking mind.
But there's a plot
Right.
twist, because this sounds crazy, but there is a
Yes,
plot twist
okay.
to it.
Go ahead.
So we'd keep going different designer things, right?
Yeah.
But the plot for like a week or two, and then we'd keep like bigging up this date, and then it was gonna be a full like kind of plot twist where like all the items were fake because they were. We went to like Shoreditch, is it Shoreditch Market or something?
Yeah,
They
there's
sell
a
like
bunch
fakes
of
there.
them.
Yeah.
So the designer items we were burning were all fake.
Okay.
And we were gonna use the attention that we gained from everyone watching it to like to then use the total value of all the, because everyone would go off and hate us, right?
Yeah,
we were already
yeah,
hated, so
yeah.
might as well kind of play into it and
Okay.
then like do a kind of like just
Yeah,
a
little
180
switch up
kind of
on
thing.
them.
Yeah. And because it was actually it was kind of a sick idea as well for a genuine cause as well, because at the end we'd be like we were gonna be like, you guys have been like so triggered by what we've done, but basically now we've got the numbers and we've got your attention, and we're using all the money in total that the designer bags would have been, even though they're fake. And we're donating it to like this cause, and we were gonna like
got you,
we were gonna have a big discussion about it and talk about like what the cause was gonna be and like what we all believed in, kind of thing. But the management were like, nope, can't do that. Publicity, awful. We'd lose our investors. We'd lose this. We'd lose that. And we were like, trust us. We know what we're doing. Like this is. Like, I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
What would you think of, like...
I can see where the management are coming from, but at the same time, you did start it and make... What was it you said you got? 50 mil?
Oh, that's just on one video.
With your initial idea, I think you did earn a little bit of trust.
I mean, that's the big problem. When you're using other people's money, is all of a sudden they have a say as well.
Yeah, exactly. That was a problem.
That's always going to be the problem, regardless. Look, what
and they always think that whatever they think is 100% the best.
Yeah, no matter what, because
even if you're the creator, it's like, I'm in this high position of making money and paying you guys. What I say goes.